Hello friends, we are back again with PT365 and the current affairs issues related to constitution, and the second is sub-categorization of other backward classes. Let's see what is other backward classes, that is OBC. Other backward classes is a collective term used by the government to classify castes which are educationally or socially disadvantaged. शैक्षणिक या सामूहिक प्रकार से पिछड़े जाति को डिनोट करने के लिए ओबीसी ये कलेक्टिव टर्म गवर्नमेंट यूज करता है. और ये न्यूज में क्यों था? बिकॉज यूनियन कैबिनेट हैज अप्रूव्ड एन एक्सटेंशन ऑफ द टर्म ऑफ जस्टिस रोहिणी कमीशन बाय 6 months. What is Justice Rohini Commission now? Union government constituted a 4-member commission which was headed by Justice G. Rohini in 2017 under Article 340, and इसका aim था equitability of sharing of benefits OBCs में improve करना. Let's see Article 340, and Article 340 of the Indian Constitution lays down conditions for the appointment of a commission to investigate the conditions of backward classes, and the power rests with president to appoint a commission. Commission क्या करेगा? Condition of backward classes को investigate करेगा. OBC का background देखते हैं, reservation background. The first backward classes commission was set up in 1953 under Kaka Kalekar Commission. The head was Kaka Kalekar in 1953, and the second commission was under BP Mandal in 1979, जिन्होंने अपने रिपोर्ट दी 1980 में. सबकी गवर्नमेंट was Morarji Desai. Yeah, PM was Morarji Desai, and in 1992 it provides 27% reservation for OBC under Article 16 of Code. In 1992 itself, the creamy layer criteria invoked by Supreme Court in Indira Sahni judgment. And creamy layer क्या है? A household with an annual income of rupees 8 lakh or above is not eligible for reservation. The term creamy layer was introduced by Satyanathan Commission in 1971. And the other conditions for reservation in Indira Sahni cases was reservation to socially and educationally backward class, and there was 50% cap on vertical reservation. As well, there should be no reservation in the promotion. Let's see the mandate of the G. Rohini Commission. To examine the extent of inequitable distribution of benefits of reservation, and to work out the mechanism, criteria, norms, and parameters in a scientific approach for sub-categorization of OBCs. The Commission has proposed to divide OBCs into 4 subcategories, number 1, 2, 3, and 4, and split the 27% into 2%, 6%, 9%, and 10% respectively. According to NCBC, 11 states or UPs subcategorized OBC for reservation in state government-owned institutions. And what is NCBC? That is National Commission for Backward Classes. It was set up as a statutory body under the NCBC Act in 1993. Statutory body is a body which is backed up by an act, and the same body was made constitutional by 102nd Constitutional Amendment Act as per Article 338B of the Constitution. And the key functions performed by NCBC is: in the case of grievances related to non-implementation of reservation, economic grievances, violence, etc., people will be able to move to the commission. If there is any grievance related to reservation, you can move to the commission and to inquire into complaints of deprivation of rights and safeguards. आपको अपने आपके right और safeguard से deprive किया जा रहा है, तो you can move to the commission. Now let's see the developments with regard to 102nd Commission Act. 102nd Amendment inserted Article 338p and 342a in the Constitution, and 338 deals with NCBC's structure, duties, and power. And Article 342a, it gives President the power to notify a class as SEBC, that is socially and economically backward class, and the power of Parliament to alter the central SEBC list. President को power है SEBC क्लास, मतलब कोई क्लास को SEBC करके नोटिफाई करने का, एंड पार्लियामेंट को पावर है कि सेंट्रल लिस्ट ऑफ सेंट्रल SEBC लिस्ट को ऑल्टर करने का. Recently, Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment has framed an amendment to Article 342A, that is 127th Amendment, to introduce a third clause, Article 342A of 3, to restore power of states to identify OBCs to be included on the respective state lists. The power of states identify करेगा OBCs को, but on their respective state list. Until now, state governments were free to decide which caste would be part of the OBC list in their own state. Separate OBC lists are drawn up by the center and each state concerned since 1993. Article 1504, 1505, and 1604 expressly conferred power on a state to identify and declare the list of socially and educationally backward classes. However, the Supreme Court ruling on the Maratha reservation held that only the president can declare any community as OBC, and that too only on the recommendation of NCBC. Additionally, Supreme Court have also remarked about there being a future a single list of OBCs that should be issued by the president on the recommendation of NCBC. Other related news: OBC and EWS get quotas under All India Quota AIQ scheme for medical courses. Union Health Ministry has announced 27% reservation for OBC and 10% quota for EWS in AIQ scheme for UG and PG state-run medical and dental colleges. AIQ scheme was introduced in 1986 for domicile-free, merit-based opportunities to residents from any state to study in good medical college in any other state. Initially, there was no reservation in the AIQ scheme up to 2007. In 2007, reservation for SCs and STs was made under the scheme. And Article 15 says, Article 15 of 5 provides for special provisions for the advancement of any socially and educationally backward classes of citizens or the scheduled castes and scheduled tribes for admission to educational institutions. Educational institution में SC and ST के citizens को admission के लिए there is special provisions, and based on the provisions under Article 15 of 2, 27% OBC reservation in higher educational institution including central government medical institution was implemented in 2006 to 2007, but it didn't include medical and dental course seats under all India quota for OBCs in states. In 2019, through the 103rd Constitutional Amendment Act, 10% reservation for EWS was extended in higher educational institution under Article 15 of 6 of B, but it also excluded medical and dental course under All India quota for EWS. Reservation for OBCs in local body polls. Center is considering moving a review petition before the Supreme Court to allow political reservation of OBCs in local bodies and municipal corporation for the time being till the states comply with the triple test criteria. स्टेट का ट्रिपल टेस्ट क्राइटेरिया है, इसीलिए सेंटर has a review petition before Supreme Court so that Supreme Court allows political reservation for OBCs in local bodies and municipal. And what is the triple test? Triple test includes setting up a dedicated commission to conduct a contemporaneous, rigorous empirical inquiry into the nature and implication of backwardness as regards local bodies within the states, and to specify the proportion of reservation required. Also, not to exceed an aggregate of 50% of the seats reserved in favor of SCs, STs, and OBCs taken together. Earlier, SC had decided to strike down 27% reservation in favor of OBCs in local bodies made by Maharashtra and Madhya Pradesh government. The Supreme Court's orders are based on the Krishnamurthy judgment, stressing that barriers to political participation and are not the same character as barriers that limit access to education and employment. It says education and employment को access करने में जो barriers आते हैं वैसे ही political participation में barriers नहीं होते हैं, they are of different character.